Archives of Prasar Bharati presents the timeless treasure of golden era.
It's summertime in the Himalayas. Tall cheer and deodar trees reach upward towards clear blue skies. Closer to earth, in mixed forests of oak and rhododendron, the greenback tit cheerfully displays its colors. It attaches itself to mixed hunting parties of other small birds and hops among the branches looking for insects and caterpillars, found in abundance at this time of the year. It's a cushy life. The greenback tit can be found at almost all our favorite hill stations. You could say it's on permanent summer holiday. Displaying its acrobatic skills among the conifers is another kind of tit, called the spot-winged black tit. It has a distinctive black crest and breast. Because it's so active, it's a difficult bird to spot. The grey tit doesn't have the erect crest of the black tit, but is similar in other respects. Like the other two tits, it's a bird of the hills, generally found at elevations of between 3,000 and 9,000 feet. At times it holds some article of food between its feet and hammers at it with its beak. The sound it makes is frequently mistaken for that of a small woodpecker. One bird unimpressed by the flashy performance of the langurs is the nuthatch, in this case a chestnut-bellied nuthatch. This pretty bird with a slaty blue back is one of the most skillful climbers in the forest. It moves expertly on trunks and branches looking for insects and larvae. What an astonishing display! The Himalayan tree creeper is generally found in the mountains of northwest India, particularly around Simla, Garhwal and Kumaon. This little bird shares with woodpeckers and nuthatches the habit of scuttling up tree trunks, looking for insects in the crevices. The bird is as much a parasite on the tree trunks as the creepers and moss that cover many of them. It spends its time climbing to the top of a tree, then hopping down to the base of a neighboring tree, and repeating this performance over and over again. In the cool, after the rain, a Himalayan pied woodpecker emerges from its shelter. Found usually in pairs among oak and pine trees, it's another bird commonly seen in hill stations in the western Himalayas. Its call is a loud, distinctive peak, repeated at regular intervals. The sound is not easy to trace as it appears to come from different directions. When you do discover where the sound's coming from, the bird can be found sitting at the end of some dead branch, jerking its body and twisting its head from side to side, on the alert for possible danger. This woodpecker lives on the kernel of pine seeds as well as insects. An erect, alert head, constantly on the lookout, a perpetually flicking tail, and the habit of going off for brief sorties and returning to the same perch. These are the features that distinguish a category of bird known as flycatchers. The verditer flycatcher, in its summer plumage, is one of the few birds of the Himalayas which attracts the attention of the least observant person. It has a distinctive black patch in front of its eyes, and the entire plumage is a bright greenish blue. This flycatcher frequents gardens and jungles alike. The bird migrates down to the plains in winter and returns to the hills to breed in the spring. From one flycatcher to another. This one not quite so conventionally attractive. Sitting smugly at the center of its web, a spider waits for lunch. An errant blade of grass sets off the hair trigger, a false alarm, and the spider is not amused. When it comes to hawking insects on the wing, the grey-headed flycatcher is a master of the art. This pretty green, yellow and grey bird is commonly found flitting among the low branches, vigorously flipping its tail and moving its head. The grey-headed flycatcher prefers thick forests, especially those in ravines and on hillsides, where very large trees provide shady arcades checkered with occasional patches of sunlight. A perfect setting.